Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light only, with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings. Oops. Please give the Pisceans Seer Collective the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Hello, my beautiful lovers. What's up? Okay, so this is an Apollo and Artemis reading. So I got The Crow, negative spiritual meaning, and I got Mary J. Blige, Not Gonna Cry lyrics, okay? My other tablet wouldn't charge, so I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do about it, but this tablet got 85%, so I got lucky, okay? But before that, I Googled The Crow meaning while I was sitting here just waiting. so, um, it says the negative meaning of the crow spiritually can represent like bad luck, or it says that they bring bad luck or even death. But on a lighter note, they represent transformation and wisdom. I feel like you have transformed into this like amazing wise place, okay? And that's exactly where you need to stay. This Not Gonna Cry song, I'm not gonna lie, it's really giving me X energy. I just read the first line and was like, okay, push record, okay. But it says, while all that time I was loving you, you were busy loving yourself. I would stop breathing if you told me to. Now you're busy loving someone else. Okay. It says 11 years out of my life. Besides the kids, I have nothing to show. Wasted my years, a fool of a wife. I should have left your ass a long time ago, okay? It says, well, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna shed no tears. But when I wrote it, I was writing it more with the vibe of like somebody wants you to cry. Like that's what they expect from you. They expect tears. They expect you to be so sad and so torn up about, things not working out between you, the two of you. And that fits with anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a lover, but it could have been a long friendship. Could have been somebody you was friends with for like 11 plus years. I feel like when it does come to like your relationships of the past, I don't feel like you have nothing to show. Like, if let me just address that, okay? Because that's what they're saying. Like, address that, okay? So, if you, no matter what relationship you're in or what you go through with anybody, you always have something to show from that. You just have to find it. You just have to assess the situation and look over it again and see what it is that spirit was really trying to teach you with that, okay? So if you do feel like, oh, I did this and I did that and I did that and I have nothing to show for it, then you need to do some reflection, okay? Um, but I mean, that could definitely be the other person's feelings. They could feel like, oh, I put all this time into this person and now they're over there choosing non-action and not talking to me and not communicating with me. I feel like you're very aware of the connection that, everybody as humans have, and you really respect that connection. You bring a lot of grace to things. And so, like, you got somebody feeling real ashamed, okay? Ashamed. We got reckless love and sex. Somebody could have been like being real reckless. They could feel like, they destroyed their family and it's too late for them to come and fix it, okay? Somebody could have gone to jail or could be arrested or could be about to be arrested, okay? But they're feeling very rejected by you, and they're watching you in this like secure, confident, career focused ass energy that they've never seen you in, and they just don't know what to do with it, okay? It says, was at the job when no one else was there helping you get on your feet. 11 years of sacrifice, and you can leave me at the drop of a dime. Swallowed my fears and stood by your side. I should have left your ass 1,000 times. I feel like if this is X energy, because I'm telling you, that's the energy I'm getting. Like, there's a very salty X, and I feel like, but you did it though. Like, you did what the fuck you were supposed to do. You put in all the time, or all the hard work. You was there when you needed to be there, and they didn't appreciate that shit. It says, but somehow it seems unfair to me. Look at the circumstances through sickness and in health till death do us part. Those were the words that we said from our heart. So now when you say that you leaving me, I don't get that part. I don't know. Let's pull some more cards. Because I do know that that energy is very, very significant, super highly significant here, but I don't really know what spirit's like getting at with it. Like somebody did karma or what? Somebody is like in a real negative headspace. And crows also make me think about like monitoring spirits, okay? We got the coven right here at the bottom of this deck, but then we got the spirit team under that. I feel like when it does come to like people watching you or, you know, trying to put too much energy into you, you're protected. Like yeah, we got prosperity. You're meant to have it all, you know? And I feel like, I don't know, people are just very curious about you. Maybe they don't really know much about you. Maybe you really haven't been talking to very many people, you know? I heard lucky. Like, it's like the people you are talking to right now, they're kind of very lucky to be in your energy. And you've got some great surprises coming up for you in the future, you know? But also, I feel like people are very surprised of like how you turned out. Like I don't think that they expected this from you, especially your exes. Okay, they thought that you would always be like this friend to them. You would always care. You would always be like this doormat, this person they could just like walk over, or this like very responsible rock in their life that they could always just depend on to be there whenever they fuck up or, you know, get arrested or whatever. Like this could have been somebody you always had to like go and save, but now that you've become all that you are, you take comfort in just like having yourself, having your own business. Like you're not overextending yourself to get into anybody else's shit or to save anybody or to rescue anybody, because you're very aware now that that's not really your job, you know? Like now I think you're focused on trusting in the divine and taking these bigger leaps of faith and not necessarily focusing on all of the tiny bullshit. And people just feel like, you know, you're being aloof, you know, like they don't, like you're mysterious. They don't really know what's up with you, you know. All they know is like now, ever since you started seeking non-attachment and you have your eyes on this prize, you know, this is like condescending energy that I'm feeling, you know, like, oh, you taking your little leaps of faith and you know, focus on your little self-healing, you know, like it's so condescending. Like whoever this is, they really don't respect your spiritual journey, you know. They don't look at you in your wholeness. They look at you as the fragmented version of who you used to be, and that's why they're not allowed to come back into your energy. What else? We got new money, baby, okay? Look, an accurate report, okay? So, good confirmation. But I feel like when it comes to you and the way that you look at the people on the outside of you, like you're very accurate with that. You're not like cloudy on things, or you're not confused. Like you might feel like, you know, oh, you're getting certain details wrong, but you're really not. You're more right than you think you are. You just don't want to be as right as you are, okay? And it's not like, I don't know, I think you might feel like you're judging people sometimes, like you're judging them harshly and you're still trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's like, nah, some people are just that fucked up, and I mean, they have a chance to heal, but it's up to them to pick up that chance. Like it's up to them to take the chance and choose to do that. So just continue to focus on what it is that you've been focused on. I feel like you're very focused on your career. You could be an entrepreneur, you could be an entertainer, or you could just work, you know, a good, hard, honest job. Whatever it is that you put your time and energy into, it's a great investment in your life, you know. And I feel like now's not the time to be looking back. I heard don't look back. Something significant about copycats, okay? Some fraud impersonations or clones. This person could have like a new person that's trying to clone in your energy or whatever. We got crime cover up, okay? This person is hiding some sort of evidence or trying to cover up something that they've done in the past. They had outside help with whatever they did, okay? This could be like, because it says secrets right here, and it's got like footprints and thumbprints and magnifying glass. It's like this is somebody that made you turn into a whole detective to try to like figure out. It's like that was their thing to give you to do when they were with you. Like they would leave little clues and drop little hints and, have to make you figure out what they're doing or what they're up to all the time. And they had help, okay? They could have had like family members and other people like helping them play games with you, okay? Yeah, we got deals with the devil. We got enjoying watching others suffer, okay? This is what I'm getting at. This person could have been stealing from you. They could be doing some sort of fraud. They could be doing some sort of identity theft. They could be trying to steal your identity. Somebody going to jail, okay? We got vacation, okay? You could be on vacation or about to take a vacation. You could need a break or some alone time, or just been focused on your alone time. Like, I feel real peaceful energy. Yeah, we got family member drama, okay? Sibling rivalry is really catching my attention, okay? And also family friend. It says they don't know who you are, okay? Like, people need to use caution when they doing this spell work that they keep doing on you, trying to manipulate or control your energy. That's going to get them fucked up. Like I said, somebody's going to jail. They're under legal investigation for some sort of fraud. These folks. But I like that all of the negative energy is staying in the deck. Like, I feel like it's not your problem. That's just not my problem. That's my song. I seen 11-11-01. 1101, okay? So 111 is the energy that I'm seeing. Okay? I feel like the shit that's going on with these folks, like the stuff they trying to do, all this evil out they doing, it's just not your problem. Like, it just don't have nothing to do with you. Like, I feel like you're past the point of tears. You're not going to be crying and broken up over these people no more, because nobody didn't give a fuck when you was worried, okay? Only people that was out here giving a fuck was your ancestors, and that's how they wanted to stay. Don't worry about it. It says the elders of your bloodline or spirit family that have come before you, they look out for you and help you conquer unseen enemies because you're high ranking. Beautiful, beautiful rank on you, okay? Oh, it's stupid to fuck with you or to break your heart, baby. It costs a lot to break your heart. So please know that, like, whatever situations have played out in your love life, these are the situations that needed to play out. Because these people never really truly deserved you, okay? I'm hearing lyrics to a song, but I can't really place the song or like the exact lyrics. But she says something about giving her body to people that don't deserve it, Just show forgiveness for these people, for these past situations, for these past relationships, and open up to the new relationships and new situations that Spirit is bringing into your life. Because you damn right, you're not going to cry no more. You are deserving of fun, happy times, okay? And I feel like I'm getting emotional because I feel like, like you went through a lot of karmic lessons. You had so many tough situations that you had to like claw yourself out of. It says the things and situations that we did not learn from in the past, repeated lessons with the same or different people until we learned them. So you finally learned the lesson. The lesson is not a way of life, is what they're saying. They're saying the lesson, once you learn it, is learned. It is like copied into your soul, and it's a lesson that you don't have to learn again unless you refuse to forgive or you choose to enter into that lesson knowing better. And I don't think that you're going to do that, I think you're in a responsible way of thinking, and you need to continue to think that way. You're not wrong about the people around you, but also don't let the things that you know about the people around you or the situations that you've been through or the people that you've been through in the past be something that sticks with you and just becomes so heavy on your heart, because that holds you back and holds the other person back too, spiritually. Stay true to yourself and trust in the truth that you're hearing. Trust in your revolutions, okay? Trust in your revelations, okay? But I feel like you're having some sort of like beautiful personal revolution, some evolution, It's like you put your foot down. I'm hearing, no, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. It's like you stood up for yourself. This was the breakthrough energy that you need. you've broken any spells any witch or warlock could ever do on you, and you've called back your energy from all of those, karmic transfer attempts, okay? And I feel like people are really trying to find like a window into your energy. Like this ex really wants you. It's like, I don't know. It's almost this energy of like your forgiveness isn't good enough. It's like I want your forgiveness and I want you back. But now they don't deserve you, okay? You're not for them. Y'all were a lesson to each other. Yeah, they're an incubus or a succubus, okay? Like they just suck and just take and take and take. They just hocus pocus you every time they see you, okay? They could have been like trying to walk into your dreams, or you could have been having dreams about certain people that you needed to cut off. Specifically this ex, you could have been having dreams about them cheating and doing all kinds of weird shit. You could have had dreams about them trying to kill you and all kinds of crazy shit and really trying to figure out like, what does this mean? Like, but I mean, I think it's very clear now in hindsight what that shit meant. What's ancestors and rain? We got the matrix, okay? So it's like you're dealing with people who are still like just sucking up as much of that everyday programming as they can, okay? Just getting brainwashed left and right. Like this ex, they really don't think for themselves, okay? Like they really care more about what everyone else thinks rather than doing right by you. And that's why your ancestors don't want them in your life anymore. What's rank and forgiveness? We got the forces of light, okay? So every occurrence and every situation and everything that's currently going on, especially in your love life, this is all being very guided by the divine. So you need to trust them, okay? Go with the flow. Like, don't be afraid. Because that is like the biggest enemy to us, right? When we're afraid to take those leaps of faith, when we're afraid we're going to get our heart broken again, or we're afraid we're so focused on what we don't want, we're attracting what we don't want. So focus only on what it is that you do want, only what it is that you do want to attract. Focus on this new money and trust your revelations. And that's how you're going to go to the next step. What's forgiveness and karmic lessons? And even if there are people on the outside of you trying to sabotage you or trying to keep you down or trying to hold you down, they can't. They can only do it. They can only do it for so long. And at the end of the day, whatever they're doing, please believe it's scheduled right into the fucking path so that you can learn a lesson from that too. We got the father of all secrets with Babalawo or Babalao. It says a servant of Ifa and the deity Arunmila, well-versed in ritual medicine and history of Yoruba tradition. You could be well-versed in Yoruba tradition. You could come from that tradition, or this ex could have, or they could work with deities, okay? You could work with the Ifa, or you could be like someone who reveals secrets or has a lot of secrets revealed to you. You're very gifted, love. What's karmic lessons in incubus succubus? We got shapeshifter, okay? Yeah. And what's incubus succubus in dreams? Oh no. Whoever this person is, they was real good at creating obstacles and also at like presenting a really good face. Like this person had great cloaking, okay? The ability to change forms, the transformation may also be physical, emotional, or spiritual, being hard to pin down or figure out. I feel like after a while, you really didn't recognize this person. Like, I mean, physically, you just looked at them like, who are you? Like, you are not the person that I fucking got with. You're not the person that I, like, fell for. You're not the person that I seen potential in or that I was willing to continue to take chances on. The more they tried to hold you back, the more you just seen who they are. Yeah, they were Judas, okay? They didn't want you, they want to hold you back in the workplace, okay? They was doing black magic, okay? Trying to hack into your energy, trying to make you suffer for all the shit they were doing to you. Like, that's weird, okay? Possession, we got Earth, okay? Somebody could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You get a lot of music messages, you need to trust those, okay? Yeah. This person is very like manipulative with their words, real low level demon ass energy, okay? But they can present like they're some sort of like amazing guru. Like they got all the answers. This person is not shit, okay? And every single moon phase, they out here doing some moon shit. They be doing the most ridiculous shit. I just see somebody doing some ridiculous shit on the moon. So smudge your energy, okay? Sage your space. But know that also you're free because you're a teacher of some sort. You're meant to like spread your energy, to spread your truth or whatever it is that you have to give. And you never could have done it with that person in your life trying to hold you back, okay? You came in from out of the cold, okay? And that love situation that you've been through, all the love situations you've been through have taught you really big lessons in life. Is the energy that I'm getting. I'm gonna put these down. I'm gonna buy these. Yeah, look at the high priestess, okay? Like, you fucking know everything. You're amazing. And you just need to trust yourself a little bit more is the energy that I'm getting. What's karmic lessons, the shapeshifter and the incubus succubus? Like, what were we meant to learn from this? Okay, we got the Knight of Swords. So I think that you learned to not like rush into situations, and also I think you learned a lot about like rushing to conclusions. But also I think you learned how to make like a speedy escape, how to like quickly shut things down and cut them off based on your intuition information alone. And that was really important. That's really important when you're supposed to be like a teacher and you're supposed to communicate with others. You need to be able to have that trust in yourself and what you're saying and what you're teaching. And you didn't even have the fucking time to do that shit because this person was always like playing with your mind. And don't let me make it seem like it was all their fault. You were allowing them to do this from like a place of love or from like a place of attachment. I'm even hearing like codependent. You could have been very codependent on this person. But this is something that you've healed and grown past. You could be thinking about giving somebody another chance. Fuck them. What's incubus, succubus, dreams, and obstacles? We got the Emperor and we got the Ten of Wands, okay? I don't know, like, it's like, do you want to stay in this nice, stable, secure energy, or do you want to go back to being burdened and crying every day? It's almost like you have some sort of choice to make. Like, you might even have a choice between, like, two different lovers, And it's up to you to choose, like, do you want more of the same, or are you trying to finally move on from this person and open up your manifestation abilities and get these new blessings? Because, like, how is doing that with that person going to help you anymore, And you might feel bad because you feel like you're making them feel rejected or you're making them feel sad, but you don't fucking make people feel. People make themselves feel. It's all about how you react to whatever it is that someone else is giving you. And I feel like this huge change in the way that you react to people is really fucking this person's mind up. They don't know what to do with this. This is outside of the matrix. So it's outside of anything that they ever seen or experienced. And they're just trying to get back or claw their way back to you in any way that they can. Like they're on the outside of your energy looking in, okay? What's the Five of Pentacles and the Lovers? We got the Two of Swords, okay? Yeah, so they're confused. They're confused about your clarity, okay? And how you managed to get yourself out of this hole. It's like they thought they had your mind so twisted. Like they thought they had you like so fucked up, but they don't. Truth is, like, they don't know you, okay? They don't know you at all. What's the Lovers and the High Priestess? We got the Five of Cups, and that's why they're in sadness and despair, because they thought that they did. They thought they knew you so well. They thought that they were like the master of, manipulating your emotions. This person could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I already said, and Aries. Heavy on the Aries, okay? What's the Knight of Swords, the Emperor, and the Ten of Wands? We got the King of Wands, okay? So, I don't know. I feel like this could be like how the two sides of you are looking. I feel like you're finally in a place where you're like very emotionally stable on the feminine side, and as on the masculine side, you're ready to be that leader, ready to present whatever it is that you have to present. But that never would have happened without this tower. You needed that tower with that person to become the star that you have become. And you might be looking at yourself like you're stuck, but you are not stuck. You are sitting in your truth, okay? You're very wise. And you're really thinking about things properly. So please kill it with the doubt, okay? Because it's so unnecessary. You really do got this shit, okay? And also, Spirit's been bringing you all kinds of like amazing intellectual property. You could be feeling so inspired. You could be having all of these different ideas because you're rich and your reality needs to match that shit. So Spirit's going to provide everything that you need, okay? They're going to help you to completely heal this heartbreak out of your life, and even send somebody else who's going to patch up those little spots where those lovers left holes. Okay, what's the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Lovers? We got Divine Masculine in reverse, okay? If that's not clear, that's not clear. I don't know what it is. What's the Lovers, the High Priestess, and the Five of Cups? Commitment, okay? Like this person really had a problem with commitment in the past, and they might even feel like they're ready to commit to you now, but they're not focusing on their self or on their own healing the way that you are. You guys are not equally yoked. That's what I heard, okay? Equally yoked. You guys are not equally yoked. And so God is not going to support this bullshit. No more of this, okay? Yeah, we got surprise and we got conflict, okay? It's like this person, they just want to pull another narcissist switch on you, where they're so sweet and they love bomb you and they tell you everything you want to hear. They buy you whatever it is that you want, and then, you know, that night it's like, oh my God, you put ketchup on my burger? I know I liked ketchup on my burger for 11 years, but I don't fucking like ketchup on my burger no more, bitch. It's over. And then you just crying all night because they decided they wanted to have some little reason to attack you or cuss you out because they mad, okay? You need a nice guy or a nice girl who is going to serve as the justice that you need, okay? You could be like going through some sort of divorce, okay? Or you could be divorced. I don't know. I feel like there could be a nice guy, like, working on your behalf. I don't know. Maybe they like you. What is going on here? We got obsession, okay? Somebody could have, like, it's like people are obsessed, baby, okay? They're obsessed with your beautiful starseed energy. It's like some people are obsessed in a good way and some people are obsessed in a negative way. You just keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, following your north node. And don't feel like, you know, you abandoned something too soon. You didn't abandon it too soon. You followed your bliss, and that could never be wrong. You don't deserve a fucking life of bondage. You deserve a life of achievements because you're amazing. Yeah, see, this hello energy. Hello, divine feminine, okay? Somebody wants to talk to you, okay? Somebody with faith that matches yours, who ain't gonna be doing death magic on you in the background, okay? You turned into the Ice Queen or the Ice King, and that's what the fuck you needed to do. You needed to cut things out. And Spirit helped you. They pushed you in ways that you wouldn't have. Like, they pushed you to take steps and to walk away from things that you wouldn't necessarily have walked away from without that extra help, or without those extra towers, or without those revelations, or without those intuitive nudges. You would have still been there in bondage and fucking oppression, getting treated like some sort of slave, like you just, like you owe this person something, or like you have to stay attached to this person forever. It's not good enough, okay? My phone gave the confirmation. It's not good enough for you. You deserve better, and they're working on bringing you the best. So continue to stay patient, focus on your wholeness, and don't be afraid to like date and talk to people and socialize, okay? This ex, okay, they crazy though. I heard she crazy about that dick. Lorena Bobbitt, okay? Somebody crazy. What's divine masculine in reverse? The nice guy and the commitment. We got married, okay? That's what I'm saying. Somebody want to marry you, bro. Somebody really wants to marry you and treat you very well. And this is like a divine connection that you're meant to have. But I'm hearing like you gotta know when to release, okay? Not to say you're gonna have to release this person that you're meant to marry, but like you just gotta know when to let shit go. Because sometimes you stay in relationships or you stay worried about them or thinking about them or dwelling on what could have, should have, would have, and then you like miss the opportunity. You're not like you miss the opportunity because you don't miss nothing God has for you, right? But you delay it a little bit. What's commitment, legal, and surprise? They always gotta fall before. It says funeral. Dang. So you might be attending a funeral soon. Or like, I don't know. I feel like you had like a whole mourning process with this last person. Surprise, obsession, and conflict. We got karmic lesson, okay? But it was all just a big ass karmic lesson. Like, it's time for you to move on, is what I'm hearing. Not to rush you or to say, that how you feel is invalid at all, or that, now is not the time for you to be. No. Whatever you feel, however you feel it, feel that shit. But also replace that shit with something positive and something amazing, something that's good for you. Give yourself the love or whatever it is that you think you're missing from this last karmic person, because they're not capable of giving you whatever it is that you think that they're going to grow to eventually give you. They can't give it to you. What's married and funeral? What's this? Something flipped. Two things. Oh no, these are features cards. So we got ages 27 to 45, okay? And we got high cheekbones. What's married and funeral? Oh, come on, bruh. These cards are new. Oh, we got workplace affair, okay? So this person that was supposed to be committed to you could have been having some sort of affair with somebody that they worked with. Maybe you found out about that. But I feel like even when you found out, you already knew. Like, I just feel like there's nothing here in this situation that you weren't already intuitively aware of. And it still was like this big surprise. But, it's all for the better. This is all meant to work out for you. Like, that person was just running from you the entire relationship, You guys could have children together, but now you're free, okay? And somebody about to send you love messages, okay? Somebody wants to talk to you. Somebody who mirrors you very well, okay? They might have like a thuggish type of demeanor, or they might seem like a bad boy or a bad girl, They defy the rules. They don't really do what everybody wants them to do. And that's the kind of person you need. Somebody that can be spontaneous with you. Somebody that matches your fly, okay? You don't need somebody that you have to chase after and always, be a detective about and try to figure out, why they treating you like this. They treating you like this because they don't really love or care for you. Or they're not capable of showing you the love and care that they have for you. It's like distorted. They need healing. What's funeral and karmic lesson? We got cope, okay? So this person could be like drinking a lot. They could be smoking a lot. Whatever, vice they have that helps them to cope with the loss. Like, somebody really is like drinking and kind of sad and despair about you. Yeah, they could be getting readings, okay? They could be like watching you from secret accounts and shit, all because they wanted to have this secret life where they had no strings attached and they got away with everything. But now that like the firestorm has hit, now that it's like, all they're getting the karma and the drama's playing out and they're facing these endings and losses, they could be having a bit of a mental breakdown or just overthinking, being very anxious. They're fucked up over you, period. Okay? and they're not happy. Look, they feeling real crazy. I done told you. Because they're in their feelings, okay? And you out here just like living in the moment, looking single and shit, wishing for a new person. They wish they they wish you never seen their true colors, okay? Yeah, look, they're spiritually distorted. It says chaos, ego death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. So it's like this situation, it forced you into a spiritual awakening, but it's also doing the same thing for that person. But that person is like really fighting it, okay? Like they're dwelling, they're not learning from what they did. They're not learning from like, I don't know, it's almost like they're not seeing the way that they fumbled the shit. They're not like taking responsibility for fumbling you, the bag. They're just like trying to just cope, trying to drink it away, and trying to come up with some sort of new way to get you to entertain them, rather than just healing and focusing on themselves and attracting you naturally if that's what they're meant to do. They're trying to like make the shit happen. So we got don't be an ungrateful shit, okay? This person was not grateful for you. They didn't appreciate you. It says, seriously, if you're reading these cards, you're privileged as fuck. You can read. Reading is super fucking fantastic. Think about how many generations of people didn't get to read. Fuck yeah. We're not completely fucked. We know how to read, okay? And I feel like that's a thing with this person. It's like they can't read. They can't read energy. They can't read themselves. They don't know how to follow their intuition. They're, like I said, in a place of confusion. They're kind of like trapped in that matrix energy and really confused on like, how do you have all the secrets? Like, how the fuck do you know? And why do you feel so good? Like, oh, you must never was taking us serious, or you must never really loved me because you're getting over this so easily. But like it said in the song, I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week. It's like you had it. You put everything that you had into it. You were really, truly invested. You really, truly loved this person. You gave them everything that they need, that you needed to give, you know? And they weren't grateful. They didn't appreciate it. So now you're gone and you ain't coming back. Not if your ancestors have anything to do or say about it. Yeah, exhale that bullshit. Exhale that bullshit, baby. Breathe through it, okay? If it's still something that bothers you, you need to breathe through it and meditate on it until you get the answers that you need from the divine for your confirmation. You know what I'm saying? To this message or to whatever it is that you're feeling. It says today, practice the ancient meditation technique of inhaling the good shit and exhaling the bullshit. Think of good shit like puppies and pandas and pineapple, or think of things that don't start with the letter P. Breathe that in like it sparkles. Breathe that in like it's sparkles. Exhale bullshit stuff like anxiety, self-doubt, and resentment. Let it leave your body like the dust being cleared out. It works. At the very best, you'll have an idea about what stuff you like and what stuff to dump on your therapist, you know? So, I mean, it's like also, if you do have people to talk to, or if you do have a therapist or whatever, you know, like also don't be afraid to like be very honest, to like express yourself, you know. I talk to my spirit team like they are my therapist, because they are, you know, and they're great. They answer and they give me real sound advice that I actually need, that I actually can use. They tell me things I need to hear at this time. But God works through other people just as well. So, you know, I mean, do whatever it is that you need to do. But I mean, don't be the one coping. You know what I mean? Don't cope from things. Like, focus on healing it and go working your way through it. Like, just in case, you know, you are the one that's like having drinks or having regrets or, you know, worried about this past thing. Like, this past thing was the best thing that ever happened to you, even if it doesn't necessarily look like it right now. We got two. It says, shit you don't have time for. Other people's shit, crazy shit, bullshit, stupid shit, fake shit, and shit that has nothing to do with you. Okay? Once you drop that kind of bullshitty shit, you'll have a whole lot more hours in the day to do awesome shit. Find shit to do that vibes with your soul. Shit that has no negative consequences. Shit that makes you say, oh, hell yes. Maybe even do some shit that benefits the world in some way. You have time for, oh, my bad. Maybe even do some shit that benefits the world in some way. Period. Okay. You have time for the fuck yeah shit. Okay. So you have time for things that make you excited. You have time for things that are going to improve you, improve your future. Okay. The world doesn't owe you anything. Okay. It says acting like the world owes you something keeps you in a mentality of scarcity. Here's the hard truth. The universe never borrowed anything from you. All the gifts she's given you so far have been gifts. If you treat everything in your life like that, you'll be a lot happier. Unless you're a dick, then you'll just be grumpy. It's your choice, boo-boo, you know? So I feel like that's what you're doing. You're choosing happiness, and this X person is choosing to focus on like the negativity, on everything that went wrong, you know, heard woe is me, you know, kind of just like in this victim mentality and feeling like, why God, you know what I mean? Trying to blame everything on the divine and not taking responsibility for their actions, for their ungrateful energies, and for the way that they like stepped out on the connection. I wasn't expecting a love reading. It says this could be the day you stop doing that self-destructive thing you do, you know. This person's very self-destructive. And this person tends, they're very self-destructive, and I feel like in the past you've been known to be the person to like set yourself on fire just to keep other people warm, you know. And so that's why they're so discontent with where you are with your growth. You know, they like, what the fuck? Like, I'm over here feeling cold. I'm feeling lonely. Why the fuck you ain't got the matches out to set yourself on fire yet? To keep me warm, bitch. Give me your sweater. What the fuck? You out here being comfortable and content in who you are and shit. Yeah, it says be the person you needed when you were a kid. That's what you doing. And that's what they need to do too. If they want to get warm, they need to warm themselves up. They need to spark that fire within themselves and find something to be passionate about and something to be motivated about. That's not your job to do that for them. And I think for a lot of years you were kind of like giving them your fire, and it's and that was like a big boost on the potential you seen in them too, right? You were giving them your fire and allowing them to work out of your energy, and you just not gonna do. No, we're not gonna take it, okay? No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. What's the final thought on this? We got risk, okay? Risk. I never thought it'd be this. I'm jumping out of your arms. I let it fall in the pit. Is this what they call the abyss? What do you say? It hasn't been bright in a while. Haven't seen light in a while. So I don't know. We got preparation. You being prepared for something better because of the way that you take risks. Like you're not afraid anymore, okay? Yeah, there's some lucky times coming up, baby, because the way that you've embraced your gifts and because of the way that you've embraced your changes. But I feel like maybe you had that thought in the back of your mind, like, you know, oh, maybe this person might be my person, you know, because twin flame journeys kind of look like that, right? They look like sometimes, okay, because some twin flames, they don't choose the light, or they don't choose to surrender to the twin flame journey, so spirit finds you another mate, okay? But you could have been feeling like, oh, okay, you know, well, maybe this is just a separation period where we're going to come back together, or we're just going to keep separating and coming back together until, you know, we both reach this state of wholeness. But this person is not on the same path that you're on. I mean, of course, right? Because nobody is, but I mean, not even close. It's not even like paralleling your journey at all. Like this person is spiraling down, okay? Divine masculine came out in reverse. They're not focused on getting out of the matrix or connecting with the forces of light or listening to a damn thing their ancestors got to say. So it says the clams on the rock presented an interesting opportunity for the daring crow. Despite the raging waves that threatened to pull the crow into the water, the bird held its position long enough to grab a piece of clam meat. You may need to assess if the reward is worth the risk, and if it is, now may be a time to take a chance on something you desire. Risk brings to your awareness an opportunity that others might forego out of fear. As a result, you may discover there is less competition, opening the door for you to succeed more easily. And this person could have been like really trying to compete with you, like really trying to hold you back in life, okay? I feel like to go backwards is just not really worth the risk with all of the things that you have uncovered and like grown within yourself thus far. So like please continue to stay motivated and don't give up on love or feel like you're never going to find anyone where you can build a healthy routine with, because that's a part of your justice. That's what you definitely will get. And just don't let the fear hold you back, okay? You're free. You don't have anything to be afraid of, okay? So, with that, my love, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you need out of this, and I will see you later. Bye.